Alright, let's get this Shimano rebuild underway. The hook keeper had already been removed, but I needed to get the wrappings for the hook keeper off. And here I used a little bit of heat from a heat gun and a fresh sharp razor blade held fairly parallel to the surface to work under that epoxy and cut the thread, and then kind of peel that off, and then in some cases scrape it off with the blade held perpendicular to the surface. Really, I'm also going to be stripping this blank all the way down, so as you saw there, sort of scraped a bit of the finish of the blank off as also. I lost the video for the foregrip removal, but we'll see how to remove the cork toward the end of the video. So just now cleaning up the epoxy that was underneath that. There was also a little bit of a tape arbor in place there. Kind of working to carefully scrape and clean all the epoxy off. There's quite a heavy bit of epoxy down there towards the reel seat. As you see, kind of a very thick layer, pulling that off. As I got towards the, kind of finished up cleaning this up here, the hood for the reel seat was already loose, and that was the one thing we're having to address. But and as you see, there was a cardboard tube arbor, and the decorative underlay there just slid right off. It took a while to cut through the cardboard, and then when I went to pull the rest of the reel seat, it just broke out the Dremel tool and a cut-off wheel and cut both sides of that very carefully, making sure not to go too deep, keeping an eye on how deep I was scoring it. Pop that off, and then continue to work off the rest of the cardboard arbor. Now time to remove the cork. I use the heat gun to almost toast the cork. It makes really cutting through and popping off the cork a lot easier. And then it's just a matter of a little bit of heat to soften the epoxy, clean it up with the blade, get things all done, and we're done with this part.